Hey, what's up, Dawn of Titans community? Bringing you a kind of random live stream, but there's been a lot going on these past 24 hours with Dawn of Titans, so I figured it's a good time to bring you an all-new Talk of Titans episode. I believe I'm on episode number 4 right now. So we're going to be looking at what's been taking place over the past 24 hours. I'm going to be, of course, getting some of these links posted around, so bear with me as we get a few things set up for the stream. Hope you guys have been doing good with some of these mini events that have happened over the past 24 hours. Let's go ahead and get chat set up. And let's get these posted over to our DOT line chat as well as the band chat. Musang, hey, what's going on? Thanks for joining me. Now, I know I'm sitting here listening to this in my own headset, and I'm getting a little bit of echo coming back to me. Not sure what's causing that right now, but if you're picking up on that, I apologize, but we're just going to basically guide through it. And yes, Musang, as you see it, Jaeger now. That, of course, is to come. If you are tuning in now, I'm going to go over a couple things in this episode, or if you're watching this, of course, after the fact, and you weren't able to join us here on the live stream. I'm going to be going over a few things. I've got a couple of updates from my own channel. We've got new gaming name, new channel in general. We also have some updates for what's going on with Dawn of Titans. We have, as of course you see on the live stream picture here, we have an all-new Titan coming soon. So we're going to be talking about him for a little bit, and then we're going to go into the current event, and you guys are going to sit there and maybe kind of help me work through a few decisions that I need to make. If I can just get my device to load a little quicker, I could go ahead and get these links and share them around. See if we can get a few people up in here. Let's put it out on the Twitter as well. There we go. That is in band. And let's get that here in line. And we will be ready to rock for this stream. Now, of course, if you haven't joined us on the line chat yet for Dawn of Titans, you can always reach out to me. As of right now, my line ID is still going to be the same. You can reach out to me as DOT Fandrel. That will be updating soon. But as I go through some changes, I know I've got to get a few things kind of working its way around. But let's not wait any longer. We've got these links posted out there. We've got the stream going. Let's start getting things set with an interesting discussion about this new Titan that we have been teased with here. Let's go ahead and bring him into a little bit of a larger view and maybe just kind of break down what we see here and what might be coming with this Christmas winter special for this Titan. This here was just a screen grab from the dev's very last live stream of the year. Waiting until now because we did get the notice that this event is going to be coming around soon. Now, for my guesses, taking a look at this, I'm pretty much in alignment with a few other players, but I always like to throw out kind of a what if. So with this Titan, it looks like we might be seeing just an all-new style, all-new concept, bringing in this kind of ram style. We've got a boar, and we've got all these various types of Elethans and humans and Ragnars and Unaks. This looks like a general new concept, something very similar to what we had with Astaroth. He's still a Ragnar, but he brings this very unique, almost Minotaur style, and that kind of reminds me a little bit of this. You know, slight Minotaur. We don't know what his face will look like quite yet, but he has very much this ram style. You can see these multiple horns and his ears all around his head. Of course, he's masked in shadow quite a bit. And the big discussion, of course, is what is he going to be? Is he going to be a berserker, infiltrator, paladin, guardian, champion, etc.? By the looks of his weapons, and you can kind of see in both hands, looks like he's wielding either these hammers or these hatchets. Might be really good for dual-handed cutting down Christmas trees, being that he's a Christmas Titan. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting reindeers and elves as some people wanted, but we can keep it maybe a little bit more serious for what we'll get in game. Based off of the general design style here, you know, you can see he's got quite a bit of blue tinting to him, which you would initially think draws in that he might be falling into a little bit more of that Elethan style, or at least an ice elemental damage Titan. If I were to throw a pretty hard guess at this, I think he's going to be a Titan that's going to be an X-style skill Titan, but very similar to what we have with Krothos, being a 4-star ice damage berserker. Whether this will follow through with that, I don't know. When we saw Astaroth as the teaser image and we saw a lot of that kind of pink flesh, a lot of people were initially thinking that he's going to be Unak, just because of that skin tone, matched all the other Titans, matched the Salzars, matched the Kalkurs, and who was the king? Whatever, the big fat dude. But we could, of course, be not necessarily tricked, but it might not necessarily be as straightforward as it seems. If I were to take a guess on skill set, if the Titans are going to continue with this trend of what the devs are doing these kind of combo skills, I think the last combination that we're really missing out on is the Imperial and Goliath combination. So I think that might be a pretty firm guess for what I'm going to go with here. I think we're going to see a 4-star Berserker ice damage with Imperial and Goliath skills. We'll see. I think in the end, we only have a little more than a day to wait. Now, in the past 24 hours, we've also had a few other things that have kind of been coming through, and what's been going on in the game. And before I dive too much deeper into that, just kind of calling out some of this attention with the Titan, I do want to bring you guys, in just a moment, a little bit of a heads up on exactly what's going on with the channel here. Bring over just a few images in just a moment. Now, I've recently been going through a little bit of just rebranding. As I'm kind of just reaching out, playing with a few other games, kind of getting myself back into some of my console gaming as well. Surgeon, hey, what's going on? You waited to say it. Thanks for holding out, brother. But with my channel, I am doing a little bit of rebranding. Bringing myself away from Fandral and going by now my traditional gamer tag of the Gaming Jaeger. And this is what I use on Xbox Live as well. Use that as my gamer tag. I use Jaeger in a few other just random games that I played here and there. But about a year ago, I got into Dawn of Titans. And at that point in time, I was like, just playing with this game. Maybe I'm just going to go ahead and just pick a name that kind of fits with this whole Titan, this gods kind of feeling. And I picked one of my favorite Asgardian characters from the Thor comics, which is Fandral. Now, I tried to kind of let Dawn of Titans be its own thing. But then I've kind of come to this point where I'm getting ready to also blend in some more gaming into my YouTube channel, and I had to decide, do I want to let that one name kind of dictate and blur together with any other names that I might use in games? And I decided to go ahead and just bring myself together into my one gamer tag and stay true to that and just go through this rebranding, let's say for the new year for 2018. So moving forward from here, which of course you're on my YouTube channel, so there's really nothing you've got to do on your end, as I've kind of just merged a couple accounts, but I am rebranding myself away from Fandral and now onto the Gaming Jaeger. So with that, you'll see some new logo work there. You will also see my design concept for my profile that sticks very similar to the concept I had originally, but now brings in my Jaeger gaming title for this. And I'm also changing my name in-game of Dawn of Titans to Gaming Jaeger. But stay tuned on my channel for very soon, hopefully before the end of the year, if not fresh after, but I'm actually thinking within the next couple of days that I'll be bringing you guys a new game that I've been playing, something just a little bit different than Dawn of Titans. Absolutely still going to be playing Dawn of Titans every day. That won't be changing it. But as a gamer, I kind of just always like to play maybe a few titles at once. So that is what's new for 2018, end of 2017, out with Fandral, in with the Gaming Jaeger. Big inspiration there is I'm a huge fan of the Pacific Rim movies. So the Jaegers just being those hunters, those monster artillery machines, that kind of character of domination and battle and all that kind of stuff. I just love the whole Pacific Rim theme, and I love the idea and the concept they brought in with a Jaeger. We won't be doing any Jaeger bombs on my channel anytime soon, so we can keep those jokes running for a little bit. But let's bring you to what you guys are all here for, and let's get into what Dawn of Titans has been bringing us over the past 24 hours or so. We've got a current event running right now, the Dawn of Winter. With that, we are seeing limited time. We're now down to about 6 hours, 35 minutes, as you can see clearly on the timer, to get a 50% bonus in XP for fusing our Titans, which I'm going to be doing some Titan fusion live here. Also, would love to have you guys support me with some ideas, because there's a couple Titans that I'd like to get rid of, but I'm maybe just torn on which ones of my duplicates and where to maybe put them. So help me out in the chat with this one here. If you guys are live here with me, Musang, Surgeon, and the several others that are watching now, give me some feedback on what we'll have for Fusion. Of course, also right now, you are getting a 50% discount on any Relic Fusion and Forging that you're doing right now, sorry. So we're going to go into that in a moment. But then, of course, we also did get our timer for the upcoming Dawn of Winter and the Winter's Bite and the long winter that's coming. So beware the cold wind. Right? Winter has made its mark on the world, as we will see in-game, if you haven't already, that we have the snow-covered land again. We haven't seen this in quite a while, since we had, I think, the very first time that they made the world map kind of change, or your castle map kind of change. I don't think we've seen snow since the very first time that kind of effect came out in-game, but we will be seeing it again now. Are you prepared to face off against the cold terrors accompanying these frigid winds? The Winter's Bite and the Long Winter events are starting soon, giving you the opportunity to win new relics, awesome loot, and powerful Titans. Right? Let's pay attention to that, including the Manifestation of Winter, which I'm assuming is going to be this Titan here. But let's take a moment and just break this down, preparing for the Long Winter. This little message here reminds me very much of what we saw for the Hollows events. There was the Hollows Eve, and then into the Hollows. So what I'm thinking here, and Surgeon, you seem to be onto it too, events, right? If you read this, there are 2 events that are coming. First, it sounds like it's going to be Winter's Bite. Now, my assumption is just like we saw for Astaroth during the Hollows types of events around Halloween, is we had a temple pull event leading up to then a soul event. My guess is we're going to see 2 new Titans for this. There will be a temple pull Titan available, and I'm gonna maybe take a guess that it's this guy here, this Manifestation of Winter, this Ram style Titan. That you'll be able to pull him from the temple, and with that, probably use him to gain a bonus in souls, to then win a second Titan that will only be available through the soul grind. Whether it be, let's say you get the individual soul grind gets you this secondary new Titan, and then probably, like Calvarax was for that soul grind, then if you rank in those top couple of alliances, you can maybe win a second Manifestation of Winter. Now, this one here is going to be an event that I'm going full-hearted into. I did have a fan donation a couple weeks ago that I was using to support this winter one because we know we've got it going on. iTouch, sup Fangel, did you do all your fusions today? How much have I missed? You haven't missed a whole lot. I did do a couple of fusions. I did put them in a screen recording. So I recorded some fusions I did earlier, but I'm going to be doing a few more because there's a couple that I'm torn on. And I figured, hey, what better way to do some fusions that I'm a little torn on than with the DOT community? So you guys can kind of give me a little feedback. I know there'll be a delay, so what I'll put up here, I'll wait for you guys to maybe offer some comments on, and then we'll play it. Not going to say I'm going to follow every single move. I know there's some people out there to be like, just fuse it all. Give it all to the one Titan. I'm very much going to stick with class into class. There are some Titans that I want to make sure I keep one, if maybe not a second one of, but I do have some multiples of 3-star Titans that I am ready to go ahead and start fusions. So this will be some of my first 3-star Titan fusions. So back to this one here, this Manifestation of Winter. Will we see a second new Titan along with this winter theme event that we've got going on? Because again, based on this, we're going to have the Winter's Bite and the Long Winter. Again, my guess to you guys, Winter's Bite is going to be a preliminary temple pull event. The Long Winter will be a soul grind event. The new relics that we'll see, that honestly is kind of a toss-up there. I know we've got one more orb that we're still missing. Is it the... I think we got Orb of War now. We've got Life and Death. War. Justice. Do we have an Orb of Justice? We'll take a look and see which ones we've got. I feel like we're still missing one more orb. But I could be wrong. I've got to just look at them. It's been a lot just kind of going around. But what other new relics will we see? Who knows? But they're going to be coming in just 1 day and 6 hours. So for the weekend, they will be rolling out. And my goal is to be live streaming some of that event for you guys, if not all of it like I did in the past, and see if we can get through this one together. Based on that temple pull, I'm going to see what this alliance event will be coming up, and I might be reaching out to the community to see if we can work together on helping me secure both Titans. iTouch, I see here. You blew your load a day earlier again. Your Arvan is now up to 40. And iTouch, as you know, we both have the same Arvan. Not necessarily the same in skills, but we do both have the self-buffing Lightning Arvan. I have not leveled him up too much. I put my current Berserkers into the Kamathi that I just got. And it was a tough decision because I really do want to use that Arvan because of the same point you make there in the comments, iTouch, is very few people have lightning resist right now. And they probably don't have the relics really maybe leveled up to boost that lightning resist. So that our event could certainly be pretty dangerous. Champion Jocko, shout out to Enigma and the whole Events RS team. Absolutely big shout out to the Events RS team. As I was mentioning earlier with the Hollows event, they helped me secure Astaroth. And that was, I even did that event with them as a free to play during that one here. But I may be looking to see if I can get in with the Events RS if you guys have spots open for this new winter event coming around, as I actually will be spending for this event. Although I still consider myself a free to play gamer, I do have a $50 fan donation to still use for an event, and I have been saving it for this event. So that is one that I'll definitely be spending on. And again, maybe get a little support from the DOT community on making sure I can lock in both, because I'm just no good with temple pulls. So if one of these is a temple pull, I'm probably not even going to throw my luck at it just because I'll pull runas. And what did you guys think of some of the stats we saw earlier from the developers? Let me see if I can maybe even pull it up and just talk about that for a minute. I remember the one off the top of my head is that I believe it's Kobar, they said is the #1 used Titan in the game, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure that is where every single player starts at. So let's check this out. Got some snowfall going on the screen. I'm just gonna read a little bit off of what happened in 2017 for DOT. As a community, we've collectively waged more than 772 million battles. We've decimated and controlled foes with over 700 million spells. And we've slain an incredible 8,500,000,000 units on the battlefield. What are the Titans you've used to fight your way to victory? You might be surprised to learn that the modest 1-star Kobar wins the crown for most battle-hardened Titan with an unbelievable 54 million battles under his belt. Again, that I'm going to assume is probably because he's the very first Titan that we get. What we did is they did their little recap for 2017 as well, as we saw Lands Awaken. We saw the Throne War event, which was extremely popular. And I did do a recap on it, which even I'm going to say my last recap probably didn't do it all that justice because I was still kind of tossing around how I felt around it. But it was a good event. I think the Throne War was a really good event. I think it has great potential. I think it really shows the DOT community how ready they are to play, but it certainly had its pitfalls, and I look forward to them hopefully tweaking it and actually making it a very playable event. It's just a matter of honestly getting everything able to handle everything the players are ready to do. But let's get into what do we have going on here. I've probably got a little bit of food that I've got to go out and collect. We'll see if I can get anything from farms aren't ready yet. I got a builder I got to get busy. I think my next project here is going to be getting my gold reserve up. I've got 2 gold reserves to wrap up, so that way I can get my garrison pushing up and catching up to my castle. Not going to be too worried about that now, but looking at the overall castle, we of course have the Return of Winter. This, I think, is the coolest effect to your castle when we take a look at the overall themes that these events get. During flame events, we get the little torches over here that has the Unak. During human events, we kind of get a little more of like those anvil style ones in here as well. During the Mossman events, we get the tree and the vines and everything all over. The colors kind of change. During the Unak style events, things become a little bit more orange, a little more barren kind of looking, almost this desert type of vibe. Even though you still have lots of trees, the toning of it changes up a little bit. This one here I think is the coolest because it has the biggest impact on the castle. You actually have snow all over the place. It's actually snowing all over the castle, which I think is pretty cool. I know I would love to see this type of elemental change to the castle when we even have, like a Unak flame event. Other than just kind of toning everything out to the orange, why not make this waterfall change to like lava and have that flow of fire kind of working its way down the river? Or for poison, why not have a subtle mist of gas all over the garrison and castle area and really just change that up quite a bit? But This, I think, gives the biggest elemental impact, which again is pretty cool. So we are going to get in, though, and do some Titan Fusion together. And if I've got to go out and get some food in the meantime, I certainly will. But we've got 144 Titans. Like I said, I've already been through quite a few. I might put out a second video that has some of those fusions done to it. The Titans that I put a little into today already is I did bring Siggy here, Siegfried, up from level 1 up to level 22. I put all of my 1-star champions. I'm pretty sure I've burned through them now. Let's take a quick look. I've got just a couple, I think, collected recently. But I even have maybe a couple Karns that I'd be totally ready to put into into Siegfried. I really want to work him up just because of, you know, those pretty awesome buffs to human. Champion Jocko, DOT devs did do an elemental garrison change with the fire and ice event earlier this year. They certainly did. This is not the first go around. I think this is only the second time that the snow and the ice has come around to the castle. I believe, I know this was the first type of event we ever saw an elemental change to the castle was ice and the snow. I don't think we've seen it return, not that I can recall, return to the castle. So I was looking forward to this one coming back. And I know the poison and the iron for the human style ones and the fire for the Unex does get a little bit of a change, but it's not quite as severe as this, and that's what I'd love to see. I'd love to see an all-out change like this because I think the graphics of this just look cool, and that's one thing that keeps pulling me into DOT and keeps me here, is the graphics are very impressive when playing DOT over many other games that are out there. So here is where I'm pretty much sitting with Siegfried. One Titan that I was working up today is I at least got him to 2 his skills, which is the Militia Health and Archer Damage. I did play a little bit with some of my Militia Relics, but was not having any luck with my forging today, so I just kind of called it quits for that for a little bit. I am looking forward to getting him up eventually to that 3rd skill, which would bring in Spearman, so I'd have Militia, Archer, and Spearman, making him a little bit more viable to get all 3, especially since its Militia Health will kind of help outlast. 234% is pretty nice. The Archer Damage is a nice boost. I do have, when talking relics for this guy, we've got the Earthshaker. This is the 1 5-star that I did pull from the Throne War when they gave out the Divine Gems for the rewards. I got Earthshaker for him, so I might keep this with him, but I might end up pulling it off if I can get some other relics leveled up for him. What I'm looking for him will be the Gilded Arc 4-star. Need to level this up, having absolutely no luck getting these guys to forge. Along with Gilded Arc, I do want to work on my 4-star, I think it's a Scimitar. Here we go. Which will help boost the militia damage. So if I can kind of work through these in time, I'm hoping I can kind of get them worked up a little bit. Sean, those Earthshaker buffs, insane. You know, maybe it's just me, but I mean, they're pretty small. At least the Earthshaker one for the champion. 24% Titan and troops resist against melee, which is pretty nice. 30% damage for all troops and 24% health for all troops. I'm not going to say that's nothing, but I don't know if that's a really insane kind of boost. I mean, if it was 40%, 50% like we see some relics, you know, like Bitter Dirks gives a 44% Panther damage. That's a nice boost. Now, I know that's just a single troop, but I was maybe hoping these would have been just a little bit higher, so that's all right. I tried forging it just a couple of times, didn't have any luck. I said this, I think, in a recent video. I really have to go through all of my Titans and just strip all the relics off and really just kind of start assigning what relic to very specific Titans, and then start getting rid of some of my duplicates, start getting rid of some of my 2 and 3 stars that I still have, and really just kind of reevaluate all of this. As the hoarder that I am, 2018, I'm going to really start to kind of slim back on some of the stuff and focus on the necessities of what I actually need to work on right now. And Jocko, I see you spent over $500,000 trying to get a level 2 of my 5-star relic. No luck yet. Yeah, these 5 stars, I've seen a few people get them leveled up, but it's going to be something to play with in time. Lenuar, hello boys in the house. Can you say hi to the non-toxic guys? Of course. Big shout out to the non-toxic guys. Hopefully we've got a couple of them watching. Big shout out to all the leadership that's over there. And when are we going to have a new Adventurers Guild? You know, I think the developers commented on that pretty recently in one of their live streams, that it's something that they're looking at and they want to do again in the future, but I don't know if it's going to be something we're going to see extremely soon. You know, between the folks that went into Throne War, I'm pretty sure they're going to be going back and working on that just a little bit. And then we've got, you know, just events that are still coming out. They did say they're going to be working on a new Trials of Power eventually. They're trying to completely redesign that a bit and make it a little bit more beneficial to low-level and high-level players. I would love to see a new Adventurers Guild. I love that extension to the campaign. And I also really enjoy the concept of having to go up against the Titan that you're actually winning. Even though there was just a 3-star there, I thought that was a cool concept. Rather than just grinding it out to win it after so many souls, you actually had to beat your... what am I forgetting his name? You know, this guy over here. Sardu. There we go. You actually had to beat him in order to add him to your collection. So I thought that was just a neat approach to actually earning those Titans. Let's see, Sean. Got my point about the elemental focus, right? And that's, you know, when you're looking for just one specific troop, getting that kind of boost, I think makes sense. Boosting all troops by 40%, that would be insane. I think the Titan specific relics, those 5-star, are really great. But I know this is just me. The champion, thrilled to have it because it will be good for Siggy here. But it's not the 5-star that I was really hoping to get. I really wanted the Ranger one, and I really wanted the Berserker one. But I only just got lucky enough with that one 5-star pull. The other relics that I pulled were just, I think, 2 or 3 other 4-stars that I believe were duplicates I've got. I didn't get rid of them, so I can double check they're not assigned. And then I just got like another 3-star, 2 3-stars. Trial of Gems is more like it. Champion. Yeah, it was an interesting event. I love the concept. I look forward to returning, but I think we've all learned that there's a little bit of work to do on it. But let's get back to taking advantage of what we've got going on here for Titan Fusions. So where I currently sit is I did a little bit of work on Siegfried. We can maybe push him a little bit more. I also was working with Kamathi a little bit, and I was putting some of my Berserkers into her. This is where I'm a little looking at which I want to sacrifice in next. Cyros here, my level 20, I actually need to keep him a little bit longer. I need to save on to him for a video that I'm doing within the next couple of days. So I need him as an example. I can't get rid of him yet, but eventually, I think after that video is done, I can be gone with Cyros, and he will go into Kamathi as well. Maybe even Arvan, we'll see. But what I do know that I want to go into my Kamathi is one of these Corias. I do have 3 of them, and I don't need 3 Corias. This is, look at me. I'm like, hey, I don't need to hoard like this anymore. But I want to take a look at skills and really get an idea of what do you guys think I should get rid of, which one or 2 actually could I possibly fuse. This 3-star Coria, I actually have her on as my castle defender. So she's on there with a full pike defense. I don't get actually my castle rated all that often, but when I do, I get a fair amount of green. So the Imperials certainly do their job. What I'm working with Coria's skills on this one here, she is an old one, so she still has a lock skill. But I've got Imperial damage against Titans, and then double damage for those Imperials, and then a question mark for that 4th skill. I personally like this Coria because that damage is a nice boost. Not to mention the relics that I'm putting on here with her is I've got a 3-star, and I think I have my 4-star Frost Spear on here. So I get another boost to damage, a boost to critical, and a boost to armor piercing with the 3-star. This is my 4-star, so again I get another boost to damage, critical, and then I still have to level this one here. I've done this on a couple streams and videos, and I've been pumping some relics into it, and it's just not really wanting to move. And then I do have my 3-star maxed Frost Shield, which is Imperial Health, Imperial Armor, and an Imperial Resist against Physical. I do have a 4-star Frost Shield, but it is not leveled very nicely. And again, it is another one that just does not want to budge. So I've got the 4-star, gives health, the armor, and then that next skill needs to get unlocked, but he's just not budging whatsoever. So this is the one core I've got. She's at level 19. Of course, now I got these 3 skills unlocked on her because she was an old Titan who I did get 3 skills unlocked early on because back then it was the good luck if you can get skills unlocked. This was prior to them coming with designated level metrics. Hey, Don Powers, thanks for tuning in. How you doing in the fusions? Linuar, can you say hi to Bo and Zalan and Non-Toxic from the Hellboy? Of course. Big shout out to Bo and Zalan. If you don't know, of course, call them DOT friends of mine. They are fellow YouTubers and ones that I've joined on live streams and on the DOT after show. So always a nice big shout out to Bo and Zalan and the entire Non-Toxic crew. Always glad when we're in a server with them and get any opportunity to play. It's always been helpful. And of course, big shout out to Non-Toxic for handling the ban chat for DOT, which I myself am also in there. And always a good shout out and much love to Bo and Zolan, the whole Non-Toxic crew. Non-Toxic and Non-Toxic Rogue Squad. Of course, can't forget about the various, so there's all their levels. Don, you're here, blood dry now. You got some good levels today. Good. So, let's get back to this. My mind is just wandering. I'm not staying focused. Coria, level 19. These are her skills. Damage against Titans, and then double damage here. 4th skill, questionable. Now, I could maybe put her into a Kamathi. Oh, crap. Wrong button. The other ones that I'm looking at here are just 2 level 1 Corias. And what I'm working with here on each one of them, which they're really not doing anything, I've got Imperial damage, AP, another damage, and a critical. Again, I've got double damage like I do on my other one. I don't have the damage against Titans right now, which I like that skill for those Imperials on defense for anyone who happens to be maybe doing a Titan and a solo troop kind of raid. But this one, I do gain the armor piercing and a critical. Now, of course, my other Coria could possibly get maybe an AP or a critical for one of those, that very final skill slot. I don't know. The last Coria, AP, damage, critical, and another armor piercing. Now, which, of course, a fan of double armor piercing. So Coria has some really nice skills. I mean, it's... I wouldn't mind getting rid of one of them, if not even 2 of them, because I wouldn't mind switching up my Garrison Defender as well. But with these skills, I mean, what do you guys think? Is she worth having 3 of them because of the slight differences between them, and should I maybe level up by 2027 3 Corias and use them as land defenders? I mean, we know even a level 1 Ceros can really max out with Imperials lands pretty nicely for resources. Should I hang on to these Corias to use with Imperials as land defenses down the road as well? All right, so just to recap, we've got double AP, damage and crit, Or we've got double damage, 1 AP, 1 crit. Or the other one that I have right now of the level 19 is damage against Titans, double damage, and a mystery slot. Do you guys think it's worth getting rid of them, or should I hang on to her? Let me know what you think in the comments. Once I kind of see any of your guys' thoughts, we'll maybe make a move. It's tough for me to let go, because those are some pretty good Imperial skills. But I'm definitely ready to maybe let go of one if I need to. Let's take a look at what else we have. So, talking Ranger. So I recently got Edalus, level 1 from the Trials of Power event. And I've got a few other Rangers that I'd be okay with definitely letting go of some. I've got a couple of Jorans we can get rid of. And I have several Logus now that I'm okay with getting rid of. I definitely don't need that many. There's some that I definitely think would be okay to get rid of, but definitely ready to work through some. So let's see what we've got. Goalie player. Your advice is fuse all of them. Jacko. Don't believe the devs hype about fixing servers. That way nobody will be surprised about the upcoming connection errors. The Christmas event. Yeah, chances are when the Christmas event comes out, we'll have a little bit of a server error, but that's pretty common. We understand that. A full shutdown was definitely a surprise. Don Powers, Berserkers just aren't common enough. You'll be hurting a max of 4-star if you try to keep several 3-stars. And Goalie, you're saying, I don't need any 3-stars. Level my 4-stars. Okay. Now, the only trick that I'm trying to figure out is then I've got to pick. Let's say if I get rid of Coria, which I probably will still keep one of them, is I've got to just move on to then a new Garrison Defender as well. And I have to maybe choose who to go with there. And that'll be something to kind of look at. So if I were to get rid of the Corias now, I've got to shift to a Garrison Defender. And let me maybe pitch to you guys what I'm looking for a Garrison Defender. Still a 3-star, just because my 4-stars, none of them are really at the leveled point up where I'd say they're ready to defend a garrison. My goal is to hopefully work on getting them there, but that's going to take time, and that's why I've clung on to Coria. Even at level 19, she's gotten me greens. So I was thinking maybe Asteron, because I've got a lot of Guardians to get rid of, and Asteron is one Guardian that I got lucky, I think, with a couple of skills. She is the Imperials, resist against Titans. They get health, resist against Earth, and a second resist against Titans. I like the double resist against Titans. So I'm thinking about putting some of my Guardian Titans into her. I already did a few of them, but I'm thinking, should I maybe push her up a little further? You know, looking at the double resist against Titans along with resist against Earth. I'm maybe thinking for those Jaldargs that are out there would be, you know, that Earth type of Ranger Titan that I think they could maybe, you know, defend against a little bit. Or, just looking at my second set of fusions to do here, should I sink my Guardian Titans into... Okay, I don't have a 4-star, FYI, so there's no 4-star Guardian to defend with. But I'm thinking of maybe putting them into one of the Kazuts. So with Kazut, taking a look at the two of them, I've got one with 2 luck skills, but what I'm seeing so far is resist against poison and resist against Titans for the Grenadiers. I like this so far, just for the Ledegas, the Kamathis. The poison, of course, is a big meta right now. And to be able to resist against those Ledegas, the Logus, the Kamathis, you know, these Grenadiers maybe could be pretty helpful to maybe use them as a bit of defense. The second Kazut, which is not a mystery skills. See if we can find him again. Where'd you go? This one here is Gren Health, resist against ranged, which I like that skill. Resist against physical, which I don't really need. And resist against ice. So I'm thinking maybe this level 21 Kazut can definitely go into maybe the other Kazut or into the, who was I, Asteron? I can remember who I was talking about already. Yeah, Asteron. And then I've got a whole bunch of Guardian ones. A bunch of these 1 stars, some 2 stars to just start sinking them in. I do have a couple Wulfrics. I'm going to hang on to at least one of those Wulfrics for now just because I like the look of them. I think, again, I like to collect for the artwork of them too. For my Wulfrics, compared to Siegfried, I'm not going to really work on them, but I'm going to keep them for the artwork of it. Militia health, Archer resist against Titan, Militia resist against Ice, and Archer armor. I like this 2 and 2. The other Wulfric is Militia, Spearman, Militia. But this one here has a resist against lightning, which I really don't see as being necessary right now. And the Militia resist against physical, that's just only one certain type. I like the other Wulfric. Health, resist Titans, resist Ice, which at least is good knowing going up against Imperials, but physical, there's... I don't know. I don't see a lot of people using 4-star physical Titans to attack, to my knowledge of what I hear from the community. But this will probably be the one that I keep for Wulfric. So I've got one Wulfric. I've got a level 21 Kazut that I could go ahead and fuse. And I got a whole bunch of 1 stars. And even some of these 2 stars, which I'll probably just keep 1 skein and keep the Scarg just because rarity, collectibles, hoarding, all the good stuff. So... when it comes to Guardian, guys, what do you think? Should I continue? Because they're pretty much both at level 25. Should I go with Asteron with her Resist Titan, double skill? Or should I go with Kazut with the mystery skills, but 2 pretty good ones, to my opinion, starting out, resisting poison, resisting Titans? Let's hear your feedback on that one. I'm going to catch up on any comments right now as well. Goalie, I'll take a look at my Kamathi in just a moment. We'll pull her up and show you what I'm working with there. Jocko, resist and level 19 Panthers. I see a good amount of green defense. You've got a lot. I'm going to assume that's Logu with double Titan resist and level 19 Panthers. That is not quite the same that I've got. We'll see. Goalie, you're saying Asteron is better. And you're saying step to that one there. So you're thinking going with Asteron and Imperials for defense. Jocko, everyone should start saving at least 1 4-star of each Titan class because the way the new events are being picked about which class Titan can make 1.4. Absolutely. Honestly, I've been saying that for months now, is why do I hoard? And why do I actually recommend a lot of players not focus on just 1 Titan for offense and 1 for defense? It's because of the events, the 1.4 souls. So looking at that, why do I recommend keeping 1 of every class as well as every race is because we've got events where it's, Poison Titans specifically can get you the 1.4 boost at the 4-star level. Or sometimes it's, Infiltrators only. We even saw a few months ago the Chosen 6, where there was 1 Titan from each type of race that was selected with a mix of the different classes to offer those boosts. So why do I keep so many of them? Because of things like that. You got to work on it. Brain, what's up? Thanks for joining. So from feedback I'm getting here, you're saying, Asteron, go with the double Titan resist for my Guardian. So let's go ahead and start syncing a few things into Asteron and start getting some fusion going. Again, her skill set is resist Titan, health, resist Earth, and then resist against Titan again. So let's do some fusion. Just going to sync away. some of these 1-stars first. Fusion event is off the hook. Certainly. Brain, not that you're a stranger to maxing out and fusing your Titans. Did you take advantage of today's fusion event? By the way, Brain, definitely have been enjoying your kind of multi-video segments that you've been putting out recently. I've been liking how each one has just been you powerhousing through different things. Great set of videos. So shout out to you guys. Anyone who's on here that doesn't see the Brain's videos or subscribe to his channel, make sure you do, because he's got some videos that are just absurd in such a good way. They're insane to watch. Not to mention, Brain, you were doing things with Panthers before Panthers were even a thing. We'll see. We'll take a look at relics as well. I did a few relic forges earlier, and I don't have a whole lot of relics stashed up, kind of burnt through them from just trying to get a few relics to move over the past couple of days. But I was saving... Oh, no, that's not... There we go. Those are my Guardians. Next Christmas special is going to be different and better than the 3 previous, if that can be possible. I think so. I think it's going to be... Oh, you're saying... Oh, the next Christmas special. Why do I read that as the event? Is going to be different and better than the 3 previous, if that can be possible. Well, each one, as you even promised in your own video comments, is that each one is going to be better than the next. So I'm looking forward to it. Did you take advantage of the fusion? Anyone special that you worked on today, Brain, for your own fusion? And can you let us know, when is that next Christmas special video going to drop? Alright, let's keep these Guardians going. You know, the terrible thing for me is I'm going to burn through all of these Titans right now. I'm going to get the brand new Christmas Titan, because I will be getting him, her, it, and I'm going to have absolutely no food to give it in order to get it leveled up. That will be the shameful thing. So let's see, what will be some good relics to put on Astron here if I'm going to use her? To defend the garrison and replace Coria. Still use Imperials. I've got some decent relics for them. I think one of those frost shields, if I can even get the earth as well, would be pretty nice, right? Because I could double up that earth resist, since that's one specific skill that she has. Frost Fist, Frost Boots. When you max that too, you got Mamesh and Siegfried max. Nice. I'll have to take a look, Oli, and see, do I have Frost Boots? I think I do. Maybe not a 4-star. $301st Spartan. Thanks for subscribing. Oh, hey, that reminds me. I do have to say thank you to everyone for subscribing. As I did recently, it's not a huge milestone compared to many, but for me, it's a big milestone. I did recently cross over my 200 subscriber mark for my channel, so thank you very much for that. Hey, Zalan, saying this. Of course, I know Zalan with his 1.3k subscribers, but hitting 200 subscribers is certainly a nice milestone to hit and something that I look forward to kind of keep going. So every new subscriber, thank you very much. And if you're subscribing, that means hopefully you enjoy the content, and I will continue to keep putting some more out there for you. So when looking for Astaroth, kind of going back to her and her relics because of her skills and us leveling her up now. I get a new relic slot. Very much. The health is improving. We'll get to level 31 in just a second here, and then we'll kind of relook at what she's got going on. Let's see, I want to throw that 25 in there now. What do we got for Skane? I like him. I like how he looks. I like his name. I'm going to keep one of them. Armor, resist ice, resist earth. Resist poison, resist lightning, resist titans. Oh, I think I'm going to keep this guy. Just because Goliaths go down with a lightning spell, so. Compared to this one again. Armor, ice, earth. Yeah, I think I'll keep the other one for the resist poison. So let's see, she's going to be level 31. And let's take a look at her skills again and just think about relics. And then we'll kind of compare some relics that I've got for her so far with 3 slots. So she will be replacing Coria as my defender, just because Imperials are my current defender. I don't have a 4-star that I'd probably say is like ready to go full on defense, just working on them, right? My 4-stars are kind of my slow work in progress. I can push 3-stars along pretty nicely. But Asteron, right, she has resist Titans, health, resist Earth, and resist against Titans. So 3 slots for it. Of course, going to keep it all Imperial focused. So I'll probably end up giving them, right, the 4-star Frost Shield. That would make sense. The health, the armor. We'll see what that 4th slot is. I'm pretty positive that the Frost Shield 4-star comes with various different elemental resists for the 3rd slot. Correct me if I'm wrong. For other relics that we can go ahead and give her, we can take these away from Coria. We can go ahead and give the Frost Spears to him. We'll see if we can get that 3rd slot worked up. We'll go ahead and apply that. Yep, take that off of Coria. And someone mentioned the snow boots. Let's see, I don't think I have a 4-star snow boots. Any of these worth? Poison damage, physical damage? Nah. So no 4-star snow boots. I feel like I might have it as a 3-star. Got plenty of Frost Shields and Frost Spears. And again, this is... Zalan, I think you'd be proud of me if you're just jumping in now and you don't go back and watch the beginning. My goal for 2018 is to start clearing out duplicates, start getting rid of some of this clutter. I've got Frost Spears that I threw on Titans that I don't even know where they're equipped. And my goal is to strip down my Titans, clean up my relic house, and start focusing on maybe just 1 or 2 of these relics. Yeah, if I've got multiples. Now, some of them, if I know they come with, let's say, like the Dragon Helm 4-star, comes with various different resists, I'm probably not going to get rid of those. But things like this, these Gilded Arcs, it's time for these guys to start getting cleared out. Isn't that such a great moment, Zalan? Look at all these Glide Bells. Same thing. Why the hell do I have so many? I just got to go ahead and start clearing it out. But let's look for this snow boots. That's Titan Ice. Yeah, let's see. Wow, when did I get so many mount armors? God, I gotta clear this crap out. Hoarding is ridiculous. What is this? Spearman. Look at that. Septic, Shock, Snow Boots 3-star. Titan resist against ice. So I would have to go ahead and level this up. Does this one here offer Imperial boosts for Snow Boots? I don't know. I'd have to go and double check the DOT database on that one. Brain, how often do I stream? Honestly, I don't do it on a regular basis. I'm just kind of whenever the moment kind of calls for it. Usually any events that I'm grinding through, I stream. Like I will be streaming for this upcoming winter event. That's for sure. I did the Kamathi event. I live streamed, was it 3 days in a row? I live streamed every single one of my... Is this against physical? That'd be nice if that was... Does a 3-star come with a different resist? We can put that one on there now. Or we can give him damage. Critical armor piercing. What do you guys think? Should I give Asteron and the Imperials, should I give it just the 3-star Frost Spear right now, or should I give it the 3-star Frost Shield for her? Because I've already got the 4-star of each. Which one should I give then? Frost Spears, should I do damage for the Imperials, or should I give them more resistance, health, armor for it? I'm leaning towards the Frost Spear. Let me know what you guys think. Let's do this together. But anyways, I live streamed the entire Kamathi event. I didn't do any soul collecting off of that. I will likely do the exact same thing for this winter event that's coming up. So in 1 day, 6 hours-ish, I'll be live streaming through that the entire time. Jacko 3-star Snow Boots gives health resist to Titans and 24% health to Pikes. That's not bad. Zalon 4-hour streams. He's a madman. Yeah, sometimes. Have the weekends covered for streams. I know I usually try to coordinate with Zalon. I will usually avoid streaming when I know that he does it. I saw him put a video out today, so I was like, hey, maybe Zalon's not going to be streaming then. So I went ahead and just jumped on. Plus, the rest of my household is asleep right now, and I'm still wide awake. So I felt the need to stream. Plus, I've kind of taken a few days off. I didn't do a recap video. I got all the content, but I just didn't do a recap video for the Titan Toxic Flames for Mamesh. So I said, you know what, I think I need to get a live stream out here and talk about what's going on. Plus, I've got the all-new channel stuff going on. Out with the Fandral, bringing myself to just the one gamer name, one gamer tag across all things that I do. Xbox console gaming, this game, and other games that I play, but I haven't done any content for yet. Going with my gamer tag from Xbox that I use is just the Gaming Jaeger. When I picked Fandral so long ago, I was like, I'm just going to pick something that's like this whole Titan. For some reason, it made me think of Thor and all that kind of stuff. And I picked a name, tried to go ahead and make it its own channel. But now that I'm just kind of at the point where I want to start creating multi-game content, decided it was time to come down to just one name. Again, the good old gamer tag ones, Gaming Jaeger. So goodbye, Fandral. From here on out, it is all Gaming Jaeger. And as I mentioned earlier, it's not because I have a thing for Jaeger bombs. I can't smell that stuff anymore. It's all for my love of the movie Pacific Rim. I love the Jaegers. So I will maybe have to work on that 3-star Snow Boots. But I think I'm going to go ahead and just go Imperial damage. Since you guys haven't offered anything up there, thanks for leaving me hanging. But we're going to go ahead and swap over that. And let's see. So she's got 3 skills on her. I would only get to 32. Level 25 gets to level 34. Level 35. This is one thing. I know, of course, the XP is exponential per each level that you go up, but you would just look at this and say, man, a level 25, you think that might take me up pretty good amount of levels. You go from 31 to 34. I wonder, I'm just going to look. Maybe I'll kind of do a dual Titan fusion here. Go back to my Kazut, level 25. I had the resist poison, resist against Titans. See, like I look at that and I say, man, that would be pretty good for maybe a Ladega, Logu, anyone coming at me with some Panthers maybe. What would a fusion of giving... Get me up to 29. Really kind of want to see this third skill slot. First time that you've seen my channel. Brian, where have you been? That's okay. Nice to have you now. So Karakar 25 item gets me up to 29. I'm not thrilled with his skills, and I don't need 2 Kazuts. Health, ranged, physical, resist against ice. That's just a little hodgepodge. This is where I miss the recall button for Titans. I'd love to just go ahead and pull him off his land. Go ahead and throw him into the fusion. Let's go find this Kazut. What are you defending? So Jocko, Ice Hammer, Ice Bows, Ice Shield, and Ice Sword. There an Ice Sword? There is? I don't have it. This is my 21 Kazut, right? Great. Let's go ahead and take him off of there. Just throw something else for him for now. Sounds good. But I don't really care if you are proper defense or not. So level 25 Kazut. This is another thing. I wish it kind of worked the same way class does. Like, I wish if you... Same thing for relics or titans. If you fused or forged like the exact same titan together, I wish they gave you a little bit of an extra boost for that. I think that would be pretty nice. All right, we're going to put the level 21 Kazut into the level 25 Kazut, and we're going to see what that third skill slot is. Then we're going to have to get some more food. Let's do it. Jocko, what troops do I have? I'm at castle level 17 now. So I'm mostly at 16s because I still have to upgrade. I think I've got to upgrade each one of my specialty areas, the Mossmen and the Imperials. I don't think I've done those all for level 17 yet. I honestly don't remember. Resist against Titan, resist against physical. That's a shit pull. Resist against poison, resist against Titan, resist against physical. Meh. Let's see, how about these infiltrators? Let's mix it up and let's do some infiltrator. We got plenty of 1-stars there. Got plenty of Cormacs I can get rid of, if maybe not even just all the Cormacs. Noctis I like. Dig how he or she looks, can't remember. But we can go ahead and sync these into Nexus or Sagunga, guys. So let's go ahead and pick the next Titan to go ahead and do some fusion on. So Nexus is... And they're very similar, just a matter of trading out the damage style. Nexus is ice damage, double ice damage, triple critical. My infiltrators love the critical for whatever reason. And Sagunga is also a triple critical Titan. So she's triple critical with an AP and 1 poison damage. So which infiltrator would you suggest? I started working Sagunga a little while back just because when I got here, I was going to do the poison relics that buffed both the Titan poison damage as well as the Panther. So things like the Tainted Blade, the Tainted Bow. I've got 4 stars of those, so I was going to think about going after that as well. Make sure to use all those level 12 1-stars today, collector or not. They are great food. Yes, Zalon, those 1-stars, all my 1-stars are gone, going away. The only one that I've kept is a Cyros, just for the fact that I need him for a video I'm going to make in a couple of days. And I am keeping Garn. I'm just going to keep her for collecting purposes. Just get it. We'll have to work over that one. Anything else as far as these infiltrators, they're all gone. I have no reason to keep any infiltrator 1-stars. That stuff's all going. So let's take a look. Are we going to go Sagunga or are we going to go with Nexus for the infiltrator? Cormac, I'm pretty much good with getting rid of. I might just keep one because I don't think I've got a 4-star human infiltrator. Did I make one? I didn't know more of the stuff off the top of my head, but I might keep one just in case I need, let's say human infiltrator for an event or something like that. Yes, Jocko, to your comment here. Infiltrator Titans suck as garrison defense. Yes, I would never use an infiltrator. I would use it just for, the only time that I've ever pulled out an infiltrator is simply for the soul event boosts. If it gives a 1.4 or 1.2, if I don't have the 4-star, I will keep a 3-star around so I can at least get the 1.1 or 1.2 boost if I don't have a 4-star available. So when I'm looking at infiltrators, I've got the poison, I've got the ice. I don't have a human or physical damage, which would be Thorhild, I believe. I don't have her, so I would want to keep at least one Cormac just because. Again, my goal eventually is to have, even for 4-stars, to have one of every race for every single class. And that would be the perfect collection. Once I have that in 4-stars, I would get rid of every single other Titan, collecting purposes or not. I would probably get rid of them. So, Sagunga or Nexus. Then I'll choose one Noctis and put them all together. And all these other guys. I'll choose one Nalos, get rid of the others. One Nestus, get rid of the others. And then all these 1-stars are going away. So let's at least do this. Let's start with a Noctis. My level 16. Ice damage, critical, armor piercing, ice damage. Double, what was that? Double damage, crit, and AP. Perfect. Next, ice, crit AP. I think this is literally the same thing, just different percentages. Crit, damage piercing. Would love one with double AP. I'll probably get rid of that one for sure. Let's see. 12, 24, 36, 18. 12, 24, 36, 18. I think I'll keep my... I think I'll keep the level 19 one. So we're going to get rid of these 2 1-stars. Noctises. The Cormac, same thing. I think this one here is a lock skill one. Physical damage, critical. Critical AP. AP, critical. I'll keep this level 1 Cormac. So the other ones can go into Sagunga or Nexus. Let's just take a pick and let's go. Let's keep pushing Sagunga along, huh? Actually, I'm just going to think, do I have... What are my 4-star Titans? I've got Edalus for ice now. And that's pretty much it. So I think I'm actually going to go Nexus because I don't have enough Rangers to really level up Daedalus, so I think I'll probably work on leveling up Nexus. Hang tight, guys, for just a moment. I will be right back. All right, let's get back to it. Sorry about that delay. When the dogs start barking, when everyone's asleep, got to take a quick peek around the house. Let's see, what would stuff get us on Sagunga? Man, I'm really torn on who I want to work with. I'm going to leave this up to you guys. Make the pick. 14 of you watching. First person comment. Let me know who are we going to level up. Nexus or Sagunga. Again, they're basically the same as far as skills go. Triple critical, and then boost to their damage. She's got double damage. For Ice, triple critical, and Sagunga, I just got a terrible memory. But she's triple critical with 1 armor piercing. And then poison damage. So, which infiltrator are we going to dump some Titans into? Come on, give it to me. Give me the choice. Goalie, pick Sagunga. Thank you very much. Let's go for it. So let's pull out the infiltrators. Oh, we might have to get some food. Damn. Wasn't paying attention to that. So we'll start with some 1-stars. Yep, I'm going to have to get some food. Too much critical on both of them. For some reason, a lot of my 4-stars love their critical. Really would have loved a lot more AP on them. Wasn't getting lucky like that. Let's see, where can we find some just cheap, fast food? We're just going to make it quick, so we're going to just switch over to just Logu for now. Digital, good evening. Thanks for dropping by. So we'll see if we can just get a couple 100K farms here. All right, and for anyone that's watching, little FYI, keep your Panthers going. You keep them tapping on your troop. Right, little micromanagement. But that charge just keeps charging up. Boganora, yo, yo, yo. Oh, yeah, no. I know Zalan. We're in trouble now. You know, Zalan, if I had to pick some fast food for him, I'd probably go ahead and go with the flame grilled burger from Burger King. I don't eat a lot of fast food. I just kind of can't stand it. But every so often, that Whopper just calls my name. Goalie, I would, if I could trade you 5 stars, I would take the Ranger. Not that I don't appreciate having even just the champion one, because it will be nice for Siggy, but he's just not really leveled up to get a whole lot of use out of it. You'd go 5 guys. I might have to go with you on that one too, Bo. I love kind of customizing the full thing. I probably get way too much crap on my 5 guys burger, but I guess it's not good unless you can feel it thickening up in your veins. Alright, man. Getting the flank in there. Let's get the charge activated. Zalan. Now, I actually would love to have this conversation with you. I don't know how much of I see you just commenting here as I just kind of read through this, right? You saw Star Wars yesterday. Let the 5 guys flow through you. We'll have to talk in the chat. I see you every so often making your Star Wars jokes here. You know, wave your hand like Obi-Wan, and these aren't the Titans or these aren't the relics you're looking for, all that kind of stuff. I always get a good kick out of. Big Star Wars fan myself. I'm not going to talk about it on the stream. I'm absolutely not a spoiler kind of guy. But I would love to talk to you about it and hear your opinion. We'll just have to do it in the chat that doesn't have Bo in it either. Yes, I'm not a fan of spoilers, so I'm not going to bring anything up. But I love hearing the opinions of this new Star Wars flick. I saw it, I think Saturday morning I went and saw it, which I love about where I live now. Moving out and away from the city as I did. Where I'm at now, I can go opening night or even the very next day for the blockbusters, and the movie theaters are still half empty. I will take that. I don't feel like fighting that much for some food right now. I want fast food, guys. I'm looking for it so fast and so cheap, I'd even take it as White Castle in the moment. Which Jaeger is my favorite? I've got to go just kind of default when looking Pacific Rim. My favorite Jaeger is Gypsy Danger. I think that's probably because I'm a fan of, and I'm forgetting his name, as I'm attempting to multitask, and I'm not a very good multitasker. Charlie Hunnam. I'm a fan of Charlie Hunnam. On a random note, I also thought he was awesome as King Arthur. As King Arthur in that style of The film fits right in with some of my other favorite flicks of things like Smokin' Aces, Lock, Stock, and Two Smokin' Barrels, Snatch, the Guy Ritchie films. But I would go with Gypsy Danger. I thought it was pretty cool. Titan, all the arsenal weaponry, the nuclear power that it had, everything like that. The storyline to it as well. Looking forward to the new one. The new Jaegers look pretty cool. Alright, we will do... I lost a lot more Panthers on there. I'm not using my shield spells. We'll do another one here, see if we can get another quick 100k. I did bring a shield with me. That kind of makes sense. Goalie, anyone got level 1 Edalus from Throne Wars with locked skills? Yes, that's exactly what I have. And I've done everything with it to see if we could get it unlocked, because I know when they first rolled that out for some of the Titans you had, they used to say, or they did say, not used to say, but they did say, if you used it in battle one time, or if you just fused a single Titan into it, it would show you the skills. This Edalus is not the case. So if you do have that level 1, you, as of now, unless the developers come in and say they're going to fix it, you will need to level him up all the way to eventually see what his skills are, like our old Titans, like some of the ones that I still have. Rick, iTouch, thanks for calling that out in the chat there. Always appreciate the likes, the subscribes, which again, absolutely thank you to the community for helping me reach first milestone, well, not first, second milestone, if you're calling it by the hundreds, 200 subscribers. Always thankful to that. Hopefully on the goal to many more. But the likes also help. I know as a YouTuber, and I think Zalan Bo, you can kind of same thing. A simple like to us is just kind of nice little tip of the hat saying, you know, hey, thanks for the content. Lets me know if you enjoy it, then I should maybe keep making more. Of course, the views always help that out, but the likes let me know, you know, when I'm looking at the different content that I make, what has been some fan favorite ones, if it gets more likes, because of course from the YouTube side, I like to monitor the stats, and I see, you know, hey, do my standard videos get more likes? Do my live streams get more likes? What did I do on those videos that maybe got the more likes? Was it the content that it was about? Was it the way that it was presented? So don't like it if you don't like it. But if you like it, like it. This way, it can help me continue to kind of curate and narrate the content that I'll make in the future. As I wish Rangers would just go into a little bit more autopilot, so you just stand back and just watch everything else happen. And come on, if I was on the battlefield, I wouldn't just be like, hey, you know what? Everything in my range right here, I've totally hit it. I can't shoot that far, and I'm too lazy to walk that far. So I guess I'm just going to chill back here. Like, I wish these Rangers would just be like, oh, look at the rest of the battle's all the way down there. Maybe I should just naturally start walking towards it. Nah. Let's see, goalie. Seems everyone from Mine Alliance is getting help from support. Is getting no help. I was about to say, what help are they getting? Because basically I've seen it just kind of is what it is. Alright, so that gave us some food to play with for right now. Let's go ahead and get back to those Titans. So we were going to go for Sagunga was the pick. And how far will we get her? Let's work off these infiltrators. I mean, organized and didn't actually... God, I gotta get my shit together. Sagunga. Fusion. Infiltrators. Now let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Torque, Herrick can go, and let's see. We've got 3 Nalos. I want to keep 1, so let's keep 1 with the best skills. Physical damage, which I care because that's just what they are. Armor piercing and locked. Don't have my hopes up for him. I don't care about the level because I won't use them. Just going to keep 1. Critical, AP, critical. Okay, and the third one. AP, physical damage, critical. I think I'll go ahead and keep this one. Critical, AP, critical. Works for me. It's a lot of critical, but whatever. At least he's got AP. And I don't care about physical damage. Let's go ahead and drop that in there. Drop this in here. Gets up to 24. %. Damage, though. Yeah, it's all good. I said I'll probably never use you. I know, I'm catching up with you. I touched Salon using Siggy here on the battlefield. I know it is one thing I actually do want to do is get out there with Siegfried and use him with militia, archers, spearmen. May not become a regular thing, but I think what I'd like to do is just start doing some videos or even live streams where we just kind of maybe pick a Titan of the week or of the stream and just go with it. You know, mix it up Berserker, Ranger, Champions, because that'll kind of, honestly, maybe just kind of give me a little more fun to it. I know Champion was my thing back in the day. I think it was everyone's thing back in the day. And I think a few people certainly still solo with them. But you kind of just can't beat that Ranger, Poison, Panther combo right now. That just seems to be the standard practice across there. You know, everyone's got a few others here. Berserkers are becoming pretty fun right now as well. For me, even Kamathi, you know, and the bus. But it kind of still cycles around that Panther game is pretty much where it's at. Alright, so let's go ahead and pick 1 Nestus to keep. Again, going to be very similar. Probably not going to use you ever. AP, crit, and damage. I think you're lock skills, right? AP, damage, and locked. I'll just keep the 1 star. AP, critical, physical damage. That works just fine. I can get an extra level 20 out of you. Cormac, let's also pick 1. Did I pick 1 earlier? I don't remember. Crit, physical, 2 locked. Crit, AP, crit. I think that's the one I said I was going to keep, right? That's ringing a bell now. Crit, AP, physical. Go with those 2. And Noctis. Did I pick a Noctis? I don't remember. Crit, ice, crit, AP, right? Ice, crit, AP. Crit and ice. So start at 12, start at 18. I'm going to keep the level 16 one. Alright, up to level 30. Feeling pretty good here, kind of cleaning the house, getting rid of these Titans that I've been hanging on to forever for absolutely no reason. Starting to slim down my collection to just one of a certain Titan, especially if I'm not using them. And do we have any others other than just the last 1-star Noctis, right? God, my memory is just crap. All right, this is, yep, keeping the 16. Let's go ahead and throw you in there. And let's take a look at and see who else we can fuse. I agree with you completely. I got the champion. It's nice that you got 2 with the ranger one. But I was also really hoping for the berserker. That is the one I definitely wanted, because the berserker, off the top of my head, I believe is the one that is, what, like 95% resist ranged? That would be insane. All right, let's take a look. Let's push Siggy up a little more, right? I think I had a couple champs to get rid of still. I think I pulled these guys from drops recently. Let's take a look at Telos. Just keep 1 for the collection. You're locked, so you're going to probably go away. In fact, let's just do it. Yep. Level 1. Fire, physical, poison. Not feeling great about you. Level 19. Armor, physical, fire. Really not feeling great about you either. You're not going to be great. I don't care. You're just here for a collection. Resist fire, physical damage, poison. I think I'll keep you. We'll just go ahead and get rid of the level 19 one. That works for me. Fury, hello. Hey, what's up? Welcome to my house cleaning party of Titans. And welcome to the new channel, officially now, the Gaming Jaeger. New channel setup. I've got to wait 30 days, I think, to reestablish an all-new custom URL for the channel, which never seemed to work for my old Fandral channel. I created a custom URL, but for whatever reason, every time I posted links to it, it never seemed to work. Hopefully with this all-new brand channel here of the Gaming Jaeger one, where I'll be moving forward from here on out, hopefully I can actually really take advantage of that whole custom URL content and things like that. Which also, again, I've got to say thank you to the fans, subscribers, and things like that, because as you guys subscribe to the channel, as Zalan also knows, and Bo knows, that as you begin to gain more subscribers, it offers up more opportunities of things you can do with YouTube. So that is another big reason why I say thank you, is having you guys as subscribers. When you helped me reach my first 100, you allowed me to create custom channel art, banners, create the opportunity to go live, or do even my watermark and things like that in the corner. So every handful of followers actually gives a great opportunity to increase what I can do for the community with YouTube. Why did I choose Guardians? I want champions. Multitask, multitask. All right, let's see. We've got a couple of Akivus. Resist Earth, AP, resist Fire, and Critical. I think I got these guys from Epic Tokens is I think where they came from. Resist Earth, AP, Armor, and Critical. Let's keep one. Resist Earth. Alright. I think they both have that. AP, Armor, Critical. This is 2 other resists, Fire and Earth. I think I'll get rid of this guy. Got a couple of Duras. Let's take a look at those. And Karn. I've got a level 41 already, so I really don't think I'll ever mess with any of these other guys. But let's just see. Earth damage, Ice Armor. Health Critical. Resist Earth Critical. Armor Critical. Resist against lightning. AP. Oh, these cards can all go away. So that gets you up to level 29, Siggy. God, you 4 stars are just brutal. And of course I am sticking with just class and class. I'm trying to capitalize on that 50% XP bonus plus the natural XP bonus that class to class gets. It's very, very rare that I'll ever go outside of class to class. Unless I'm like that one level away and I'm just like, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. Zalon, yes, I do have my donation set up for this Christmas event. I haven't purchased the gems yet. But come Christmas time, I will be doing, again, from the donation I do have out there. It was a $50 donation, so I will be doing the 27,000 gem purchase, which will give me right around, what is that? Let's do math, 42,000 gems to help me get through it. The only thing I just need to watch, and Zalon, I don't know if this is, I got to get caught up in a couple of vids, but I don't know if you guys talked about it. And I'm going to come back to it as we've had some followers kind of in and out. Let's take a look if we've got another champion. I think I've got a few Durets, but what do you have to offer? You're locked. Resist against ice and critical. I think I could go ahead and get rid of you, but I've got to take a look at my Titans really quick. Champion. I've got 2 Durets. Health, fire damage, armor, armor piercing. I'm cool with him. Resist against ice critical and 2 lock skills. Yep, so that level 17 Duret can go away. Let's put him also into Siggy, huh? Gets me up to... Look at level 17, 3-star. Only moves me up 2 levels. Sometimes that just feels so depressing, even though I know the XP is just much larger on the level by level scale. But let's go ahead and get this guy in there. Give me that next skill and relic slot. But Zalon, back to the point I was talking about. And you kind of said it in there, events looking epic. So for anyone that's on the stream now that didn't catch my talk earlier and may not take the time to actually go back and watch the first part of the stream if you didn't catch it. All right, we've got it. So now each one of my human troops has a skill slot for them. Militia, Archer, and Spearman. Now all I have to do is work on, and I'll probably go through and do it, is maybe just work on 1 relic for each. I'm pretty positive that I have a 4-star for each one. So we've got Archer. We'll get the Gilded Arc. Spearman can get the halberd, whatever, either way. And militia can get the scimitar. So I'll work on one of each of those for Siegfried too. But I don't think I've got a whole lot of relic food. So let's see what we've got here. I'm going to do a quick all Titans coming up from the bottom. I don't know. I've got some paladins I could probably get rid of, huh? Oh, my paladin game is strong there. A couple of rangers. Oh, must have gotten her from a drop. Oh, we got a bunch of paladins. So we can do some paladin. Might need some more food, though. But I'm also probably not going to push much longer than a 2-hour stream. So we're going to go for maybe about 15 more minutes. But let's take a quick look. I hear some... But I'm going to do some raids. I'm going to bring this up for just a moment, Zalan, just to ask you about the events. And again, to just bring this around finally as I've now said it. Let's get to it. It looks like there are going to be 2 winter events, right? Winter's Bite and the Long Winter. And my guess for these events right now is we're going to see a temple pull event for the Winter's Bite, which I'm going to guess is going to be this new manifestation of Winter Titan will be available through a temple pull event, being the Winter's Bite. I probably won't do that for the pure fact that I have 0 luck when it comes to temple pulls for these specialty titans like this. And then following that, I think we're going to then go into a soul event. My guess is going to be 18,000 souls is going to be the Long Winter. With that, you'll be able to use this manifestation as the boost for the event, along with maybe a couple other ice titans, which makes me think I probably should have went ahead and leveled up Nexus. That's okay. And I'm thinking, because of the second from the last line here, says loot and powerful titans. So I'm thinking at the end of that Long Winter soul grind, there's going to be a second new titan. Very similar to the structure that we saw for Astaroth coming from the temple pull and Calvarex coming from the grind. I think that may be something similar we see for the Cold Wind. I'm looking forward to it because I will be spending for this event, so I definitely will be going all in. And with that, because I'm not going for temple pulls, I might be looking to maybe get in with one of the event teams that are out there and try to win the second Titan from Alliance ranking. Just putting that out there. If anyone wants to maybe take me in, we'll see. Our Alliance usually ranks somewhere around like that epic token kind of rank, and being a collector, I definitely want to kind of go all out for the opportunity to get both Titans. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Not saying I might not do at least one temple pull if the Winter's Bite is certainly that, but I'm not going to be dropping a whole ton of gems because I know it's just not in my fortune to get it. But I'd like to know, what do you guys think about this? Is it going to be a structure like that? Zalan? If you did say it in a video, sorry I didn't catch it. And like I said, I got a few videos I got to get caught up on. But let's do some more quick. See, and I think I've got to work on Edalus. I've got all these Logus that I can put into them. And I think this right here is the Logu that I want to keep because of her damage against Titans, the fire resist, AP, and armor. My other Logus, I don't know if they... the Grens can usually do some good damage to my Panthers. So we'll take a look, and maybe we'll finish the stream. We got about 10 minutes, going to wrap it up at the 2-hour mark, and see if we can maybe do a little bit of leveling on Edalus. That's just going to be my guess, is maybe I can use Edalus. Oh, that didn't work. cat-on-cat struggle is real. There we go. Yes, Alon, no 4-hour stream tonight. I don't enjoy mornings as it is, and after I do these streams, those mornings are even more dreadful after the 3 or 4 hour ones. So this one here, I was able to get started a little earlier. Usually I don't start my streams until like 10 p.m. Salon, do you have, and anyone else, do you have any different ideas or theories of how this winter structure is going to go? Those trees right over there, I just hate. I don't know if anyone else knows. I use this in case my ranger does get stuck in it. But do you know that you can get your ranger to fire point blank as long as they survive? When you've got a troop that's right up against you, if you keep tapping the troop, like the panther that was there, if I would have kept tapping it, your ranger will fire a point blank shot. They won't get caught in just melee. As long as you basically micromanage that ranger, you can get them to go ahead and get that up-close shot in there, which sometimes can offer that finishing touch that you need rather than going through the melee version of it. Alright, that's a mine. Maybe we'll hit one more farm. And we'll get working on Edalus. I don't know his skills, and that's what makes me nervous about him. But it's either when I'm out, well, that's who I've got to work on because I do not have. I just got rid of all my infiltrators that I could have put into Nexus, which I'm going to blame all of you. There's a dozen people watching here. If Nexus turns out to be a boost for like the ice, let's say this Titan goes as maybe predicted. Ice event, Ice Titan, Ice boosts. If Nexus turns out to be the 4-star that gives a boost, I'm blaming you all. It's all your fault. Goalie, I'm looking at you. You pick Sagunga. See, and this is where, once this Logu gets leveled up, that resist against fire would be handy, because these Goliaths, they do some damage to me. Let's see, here we go. Let's get her to do her point-blank shot. Will you do it before these Titans, these Panthers take over? No, you went down. Believe what I say, not what I do. Zalon, I believe 2 Titan theory as well. Plus the name Long Winter makes me think your 18K soul theory is also true. That's going to be my guess. And I'm going to stick with it. I really wouldn't mind if Daedalus gets that boost. Except I need to get him leveled. Alright, let's take a look. When it comes to, if we go in that direction, Ice Titans. I've got Calvarax, who I wouldn't count on him for an event at all. Daedalus, and it would be Nexus. So let's do this Daedalus thing. Imperial damage for the first, just like everyone else. 4 lock skills. And Don, you're going Orb of Justice at the end. That is the orb that we're missing. I was talking about it earlier in the stream, and I couldn't think of what we were missing. We had life and death. We got war. There is a justice still. What's the... I can't think of what the 5th throne was. Life, death, war. I'm just pulling a blank here. But we are missing justice. Wealth. There we go. And that's the one that we also had at the... came out for the anniversary week. Wealth. Thank you very much, Don. I was just having a total brain fart. More like a brain shart. How bad that one was. Alright, let's go ahead and do some fusion on him. And let's throw some rangers into him. Ares can go... Jar and I keep, just because I think I've only seen her once before. Idana, I like this level 9. Kind of actually helps get resources cooking on a land. Damage, resist against charge, and armor. I'll probably keep her. Critical, resist against lightning. Yep, this one can go. Kelwyn, I like to keep just Laco, I don't need you. Alright, so that's 4 Titans there. Jackal, hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Just finished up talking about, if you just tuned in right now, if you've been here for a minute, you already heard it, but we were just talking about the new event coming up, what we think it's going to be. My guess again is 2 new Titans, one from a temple pull event leading up. Second one being an 18k soul grind with another new Titan at the end. And Don, I like your idea. Maybe even seeing the Justice Orb at the end of that. And if that's the case, I will be going for it all out. So I'll get a 3rd orb. I only have 2 orbs right now. I did not get the Wealth, and I did not do the Mamesh grind for the War. So I will go for the Justice, if that's the one. If predictions line up. Let's pick a Kelwyn. Just 1 to keep for the collection. I mean, skills, they're not great, but let's just see what we can use. Spearman critical, militia, meh. Militia AP, militia health, spearman AP. I like this one. So let's say this one for go in there over the second one. Archer critical, Titan resist against, militia resist against Titan, spearman armor piercing. I think I'm still liking the second one. Militia, spearman. You didn't get to watch a couple of my live streams, but you're back now. Did my channel keep you blocked out? Spearman damage, archer health, spearman damage. Playing out scenarios in my head here. AP, health, spearman AP. Archer critical. Kind of like this one over this one for the archer skill. I can throw her out with just some archers. And this one, nope. So I'll keep this one here. Because I can use some meat shields. Let's say, for any reason, I'll never take her out in battle. I don't know why I'm being so thought process over it. But let's also take a look at some of these logos that we've got. The 32, I know I'm keeping this one. AP and armor, damage against Titan, and the resist against fire. Pretty positive I'll keep that one. I need to look over these skills again, but level 20 is Panther damage, resist against earth, Panther critical, resist against lightning. This one actually could probably go. I think I got her from an epic pull. I like having actually the 2 logos up there. I could use one for a land defender, but I really don't need 2 of them. So Panther damage, health, critical, and resist against ice. See, I look at this one, I say this would be a logo that's good for going up against Imperials. Damage, resist against earth, damage, and armor. See, that's the thing. I think most of these all come with like a slightly little bit of a different elemental resist. Critical, resist against Titans, damage, resist against lightning. I think she can go. Take this one out for now. Charge damage, resist against poison, damage, resist against lightning. See, like these double resists, I can get rid of that. Alright, let's do it. Logo got me one the other day. Now at level 19. Nice. Yeah, I don't have Ladega myself, which of course is Logo's older sister, bigger cousin, whatever. So Logo is my best, because as you know, if anyone knows that's watched my channel for a little bit, I loved my Lako, but once I got Logo, decided to go ahead and make the switch, because now I can actually get the poison damage boost out of her for using things like the tainted blades, tainted bows. Let's see, did I want to keep any of these other ones? I really don't think. I think that level 32 is really the one that I want to keep and I'm happy with there. Damage, earth, damage, armor. See, I don't have any trouble going up against Goliaths, but that could be a logo that could be good for going up against the Thorg. I could also just switch entirely to a different Titan, so I've got to just think this out. Ice, critical, damage, health. Critical, resist Titan's damage, resist lightning, if lightning's ever a thing. And what was my level 32? Armor piercing, armor, Titans, resist against fire. I think that's going to be the one that I keep. So I think these guys can all go. You guys agree? I'll buy you a minute. Do you agree with that move? Would that be the logo you would keep? This one can go for sure. Resist against earth and resist against lightning. That 20's gone for sure. Resist tightening, resist lightning. You know, right now, lightning titans just aren't a thing. Damage, critical, health, resist against ice. It's the only other one that I'd say, like, maybe I would keep her just because of Imperials. But I think that'll be the move I make. Thank you, Don Powers. Goodbye, 4 logos. Do you guys ever notice this? Once you get a Titan, that maybe you just always like, man, I don't have the Titan. I'd like the Titan. Let's say, like, I was using Lako forever with Panthers because she gave me my best Panther buffs until just, I mean, honestly, I think maybe 2 months ago, I got my first logo. And then once I got that logo, then I get more. Then I get more. And I worked my way up to 5 Logus in a matter of maybe just 1 or 2 months. Do you guys ever feel like that's what happens to you? You don't have a Titan forever, and then all of a sudden they come around. Same thing, like Durat. I had wanted Durat from the very beginning of the game because I made a mistake during, I think, one of the first soul events of a flame event. Zalan, Bo, you might remember that if you're there still. And I left an alliance in the middle of that event because it was just, no one else was even playing the game in the alliance that I originally was in, which is then when I started my own alliance. When I did that, it didn't have the pop-up like, you're resetting your event score, blah, blah, blah. I left, and all my soul progress was gone. So I never got Durat, and that was also the event where I think the last Titan was Drakor. And that was, what, like a 9,000 soul event? They used to be tiny back then. So I never got to finish that. And because of that, I never got a Durat, never got a Drakor. I still don't have a Drakor. But I always was like, man, I was literally, I think, like 100 souls away from getting Durat. And I was like, that would have been nice to get that 3-star, because all I had back then was Karn. A year later, I eventually got him. And then I got 3 or 4 of them. All right, do we have... Were there any others that I wanted to toss into him, Ranger-wise? Class on class. Ooh, let's take a look at Joran and Sardu really quick. All right, so 4 Jorans. Let's go ahead and pick one. Critical, resist melee, damage, resist physical. Not feeling great about that level 1. How about my other level 1? Critical, resist poison, damage against Titans, resist against physical. Not feeling that level 1, so those could probably go. And how about these 2? Level 15, level 21. AP, resist poison, AP, resist against physical. Don't mind that for the first 3 skills. Critical, critical, resist against poison, resist against earth. Maybe leaning towards that. AP. I think I'm going to go for keeping the level 15. Rick, so glad to hear everyone getting rid of lightning resist. Although I might be getting rid of it as a skill. There's a couple of them I have kept it on for prep. But I do also have, I believe, all of the lightning relics. So, when lightning becomes definitely a thing, and when I see you in my league, I'll make sure I throw one of those on just for you to have a little fun with it. So I think I'm going to go with keeping, because of the double AP and the resist poison, and because Goliaths can get beat up by Panthers, I think those 3 might be the way that I go, keeping those skills, because then I can throw on some Goliath shields and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to keep the level 15. The other ones can go into Edalus as well. Let's do him. Edalus, you are getting fed. Oh, I've got to pull. I got to pull the other ones off there. I've got to take the other ones off the land. That didn't sound right. I've got to take the other Jorans off the lands. I got to take the level 21. But let's also take, Ranger-wise, let's take a look at Sardu for a moment. 3 of those. Level 1. Critical. Resist Titans. Damage against Titan. Armor. I like that one. Critical, health, critical, resist against fire. AP, resist against earth. Critical, resist against ranged. %, resist against range. Now I think I'd rather go resist against Titan because that kind of just covers the base, ranged or not. And that was the level 1. But this Sardu, level 14 Sardu, actually really helps kind of maxing out land resources. So as a land defender, I really want him. Critical AP. What did the other one have for the other two? Critical damage resist. Okay. I think I'm going to keep the level 1, but I think I'm going to put the level 14 into the level 1. I'll give the level 9 over to Edalus. So that's what we're going to do. So let's find these other Titans. I need to take... Alright, so you're going to come off of there. So for now, let's just put Siegfried on there. Guys, I feel pretty good. We're making some nice progress here. Can't remember which one of you I wanted to keep. That's okay. We'll just pull both of you off. We'll put Venom Tusk up there for now. Take you down. We'll put Sagunga up there for now. Just put Kivu up there for now. Sounds good. Wow. Oh no, I do have Coria on there still. Okay. Man, just abusing my garrison here, guys. That's okay. I don't care. Alright, let's get back to those Titans. Alright, I'm running over my 2-hour limit I set here. Well, we're going to try to keep it under 2.5. Alright, so we'll have to run back through this. I send the level 1 Sardu. He's going to get the level 14. Critical, resist Titan, damage, and then armor. AP, resist earth, critical, resist ranged. Critical, health, critical, resist against fire. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So level 14 is going to get fed into the level 1. Oh, but that's what sucks. Now that I'm... He's only level 14, but I've got 3 skill slots unlocked on him. And I have 4 relic slots unlocked on him. Damn. Zalon. Next it will be, whoops, it's now past 3 hours. Yeah, you're on to me. You're on to me. Damn, that's right. This Sardu was one that I unlocked during the old unlock style. So he's only level 14, but he's got 3, which would take me up to level 30, 41 to get to. Alright, this is where I'm just stuck for a moment. Do I want to do this move, get rid of a Sardu that has 3 skills and 4 relic spaces unlocked just to get a level 1 to level 13? I see this Sardu being good against other Grenadiers. I see that Sardu being good against a Mamesh. Ish. Alright, I gotta just ponder on this for a moment. Where are we at? What do we want to do? Resist ranged, resist earth. It's a critical and AP, I like that. Critical and armor. Can boost damage with flame volley, so that's okay. But I'm gonna be down to just 1 relic slot. Damn you. Alright, I'm stuck. I'm gonna have to think on those Sardus for a moment. And what did I say of the Jorans that I was keeping? Anyone remember? AP, resist poison, AP, and physical. Poison, critical, critical, earth. I think the 15 was the one I wanted to keep. Critical damage against Titans. Yeah, I'm not really interested in that one for Goliaths. Critical, resist melee. Alright, yep, I'm keeping the 15. So Edalus will get all of those. I'm going to have to do a little more thinking on Sardus. So we're going to keep wait a minute. I'm worried about this, guys. My skills are not flashing. And I don't want to sink these in and not get a skill unlocked. So, quick question. Has anyone leveled up this Edalus on the stream right now and actually had the skill slots unlocked? I'm going to do a quick post in the chat and see if anyone knows as well. Does the level 1 broken Edalus unlock skills as he levels up? Anyone work on him yet? I know I saw a few people on Band posting it, that they were thinking about dumping like a whole bunch of Rangers into him. I forgot who it was. And everyone was like, no, don't do it. But did they do it? And did those skills unlocked? It's either sink into him, which I'd like to do, or sink it into Kelvarax. Which I like his 2 Imperial skills, but the skeletons are just kind of junk right now. I'd love to see the devs give these skeletons some life. But for now, yeah, that's not happening. Alright, let's just do it. Because I guess the unique thing is, I'm also seeing here, first skill is unlocked, damage. But when you come here, the skills now show as all locked. Let's just go ahead and do it. We're keeping level 15 Joran, getting rid of all the other ones. And the 21, right? You're not unique. Nope, you just have the 2, so... At least take you up to level 25. Which should give me second skill slot, along with that second relic slot. Plus new relic slot. Skill improved, skill unlocked. Imperials resist against Earth. Not thrilled about resist against Earth, but, you know, I guess they could go up against Goliath maybe a little bit better now. So there we go. We got Rangers out. I'm going to have to just work on those Sardus. We're going to get some DOT community feedback from Line, even Band, and see what we think. I think we're going to do last couple here. 8 minutes until the 2.5 hour mark. Then we are done, guys. Get back to your regular scheduled DOT grind gaming. And let's check out the Paladins. Only 4-star Paladin I have is Astaroth. If you haven't seen my Astaroth yet, he is one healthy Titan. Literally. 3 times health, resist against fire, and resist against physical. My other Paladin options are Oluna, Thran's, and Valwyn's, which I don't think are overwhelmingly calling my name. Health, resist lightning, resist against poison, resist against lightning. Here you go, iTouch. Oluna, double lightning resist. I'm going to hang on to just for you, and then be able to put 2 lightning resist relics on there. Other paladins we have Thran. One is a land defender. I think this came from one of the epic tokens. Resist fire, health, resist ice, resist lightning. He came at like 30, so I leveled him up one time. Level 31. He became a land defender. Level 21. Lightning, fire, poison, ice. I've got all the resists there. I might keep him. I don't know. I know that if I can get all the different resists on there, at least he might kind of become a decent land defender. I think Valwyn's very similar in those situations. Right, poison, earth, double earth. I actually could probably get rid of this Valwyn with a lock skill. So level 22 Valwyn. Let's remember that. iTouch. I am right with you because I sit there just looking at the screen like, am I going to push that button? Am I going to get rid of him? It's been a year's worth of collecting some of these Titans that I'm just kind of getting rid of it. Resist fire, health, resist lightning, resist earth. Again, I could throw on ice and poison resist. I know Valwyn is great, but again, 3-star for a land defender. I don't think this level 22 is worth keeping, period. As a double earth. I mean, it's 96% earth resist, though. 52% poison resist. I don't know. I would probably not see that 4th skill slot for a while. I know I at least have a whole bunch of 2-stars and 1-stars. So we'll just start at the bottom, work our way through whatever food we have. I think I'm going to go ahead and keep leveling up Astaroth. Why not? Paladins. Oh. Select them. Fusion. Now let's go ahead and do some Paladin. And we'll just work our way through the 1 stars for sure. Oh, and that might be it. Alright, I've got Tarn. Gonna keep. Collecting side of it just got me. Now, Rick, I touch. You gotta start getting yourself warmed up. I'm dropping Fandral. Moving to my standard gamer tag. Gaming Jaeger. So you can go with Gaming Jaeger or even just Jaeger. You're gonna have to get used to that now. After a year's worth of calling me Fandral. It's a shift from my page, but it's a nice shift going into the new year that my Fandral, which is the name I only used in Dawn of Titans, I'm now going with my standard Xbox gaming tag and going with the Gaming Jaeger. We're going to have to get you used to that. Alright, let's check out Malik's. What do we have here? Which one do I want to keep just for the collection? Best skills win. Resist Earth, Resist Fire, Armor. You're not really doing all that well. Resist against Earth and Lock skills. Neither of you are really doing all that well. So we'll just get rid of the higher level one. Earth, Fire, Armor. Great. I'm never going to level you up to see those skills, so 4 stars going away. Now let's choose an Omathi. Just one to keep. Health, locked and locked. On the cutting board. Chop and block. Resist against poison, health, and armor. Resist against poison, health, and armor. Did I just click on the same one again? Did Earth, Lightning, Earth. Nope. Poison, physical, armor. Nope. Physical, armor, ice. That'll be a nope. And how about this 25? Lightning, ice, and physical. Nope. Alright, so let's do this. Ooh. I don't have enough to put you in there. With only 1 minute left. We'll have to save. Really don't want to have to save any fusion. And I don't want to say, let's go to 3 hours. Maybe we'll get just enough. Damn it. Just enough to go ahead and get these last paladins in there. Yeah, I touch it. 3 times health. He is extremely healthy. I mean, his health, plus putting on things like the Dragon Helm at a 4-star and a 3-star, really boost his health. Plus, I can put on all the different resists to help him for what he's missing with 4-star. I've got 4-star resists for everything. Lightning, physical, poison. So I can cover his resists, and what I really need to do is choose the things that offer resist and armor, so I can boost his armor as well. And I did plug him into the database, and he seemed like he would be a pretty good defender. Alright, so I might not get through all of these, even though I really would like to burn through these 2 stars while the event is going on right now. How much food can I collect? Yeah, that's not enough. Let's see if we can find some quick food and knock out. Just hit up the Borderlands real quick. Nope. 100k lands. That'll be okay. See if we can get us some quick food. At least get rid of the last of the Omathi. Oh, okay, you all dead. Alright, let's get one more. I think 200k food ought to help cover the need. Oh, we get another Paladin. DOT knows what I need. There we go, I'll go up against that. I think between these 2 raids, a couple more fusions, we will be done. Come on, finish this out, guys. Don't let the catnip get the best of you. There we go. A couple casualties is what it is. A handful of casualties. Do some fusion. His sword has got to be one of my favorite swords for the Paladins. Let's bring it back out there. Again, I honestly was surprised that he was a Ragnar and not an Unek, just based off, I mean, everything about him, to me, says Unek all over it. So that's why, this is one reason why I'd say, I don't say initially count this new Titan as an Ice Titan. Unless someone happens to already know, hey, that is an Ice Titan. Granted, he looks very much like he would be Ice. Things like Astaroth sometimes come along and make us think twice. Alina. Was this one here the Omathi I was going to keep? Poison, health, and armor. Works. And let's pick one Thon to go in there. Armor, resist earth, armor. Resist ice, resist poison. Resist poison, resist ice, resist earth. I don't really need all three of those. There we go. Wouldn't mind getting him up to 31 tonight, and we'll call that a wrap. Hopefully you guys watching, and anyone watching after the fact, not live, has been able to take full advantage of this fusion event. It's nice when they come along, especially after, you know, we've had opportunities to earn new Titans. And my suggestion to you is, after this event is over, keep building them up. Save onto those Titans, because it's typically, if not 2 months, maybe it pushes out to 3 months. Sometimes we get one fresh a month, but I'd say the average is usually about every 2 months we see a fusion event. So figure that in your plans. That would be mid-February. We could likely see another fusion event. We'll have to see if that average kind of works out. But consider that if you've just went through your collection and started to empty off your shelves, when you get these drops, just start hanging on to them. Oh, here, iTouch, here's a 2-star for you. Physical resist and double lightning. I don't need that from a 2-star. But he does have all 3 skill slots unlocked. Why? I have no idea. Armor, ice, and fire. I'm not really feeling you. Fire, armor, fire. Meh. Armor, ice, and physical. Physical, poison, poison. Fire, poison, fire. Hey, that one. Health, fire, and poison. Fire, poison, fire. What was this other one here? Fire, armor, fire. I think I might keep the fire, fire, poison. Health, fire, and poison. Decisions, decisions. Which one would I say would be the best? Not that I'll ever level them up, but just best set to keep. Physical, poison, poison. I don't need that. I can get rid of that for sure. That's fine for now. 82,000. This. Gonna be falling just shy. So he will probably have to wait. Until after the next fusion comes around. Poison, earth, earth. Fire, health, lightning, earth. It only gets me to 29. Ice, poison, and locked. Still just shy. I'll fire poison. Fire, armor, fire. Just want to keep one. Who do I want to keep? Fire, poison, fire. I think that'll be the one I keep. Still not getting me to 31. Killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Just want to get you to 31. And I don't want to give away both Valwins. And I would need to double up my food. I'm not spending 147 gems on that. Okay. Alright guys, this is going to be the end. Quick collection of food. And we will get Astaroth up to 30. Don't need that much food. Let the Borderlands provide. 70k, wouldn't be bad to get another 100k. Beggars can be choosers for just a moment. Alright, this will do just fine. Last raid. Damn it, I pushed myself to 3 hours. Had the plan to stop at 2. Then had the plan to stop at 2.5. Now I'll have the plan to stop at 3. Salon, I'm not saying you're right, but you were right. Now, if only that would have just locked in what I had planned. Fusion. Paladins. Which one was I getting rid of? Fire, health, lightning, earth. Poison, earth, earth. I just like that because that 96% risk against earth. That ain't bad. That is the lock skill. Yeah, I think I'm gonna... That single one could get me to 31. Contemplating. So she's got 52% resist against poison. It's really, it's pretty decent. In total, not even maxed out yet, 96% resist against earth alone. I think I'm going to keep her because of that. It's not even maxed yet. Alright, the Thond. Who was I getting rid of? Ice, poison, locked. Armor, earth, armor. Double armor. Okay, you're getting kept. And Toran. Which one are you? Fire, poison, fire. I feel like that wasn't it. Health, fire, poison. Fire, armor, fire. I'll do it like that. Up to level 30. Yep, that's what it is. Pull the trigger. Maybe I'll hit him up in the arena one time in the future. Not now. And just try to top off that 30 to 31. It'll at least give him, what, his second resist, because I think the last two skills were both health. Yep, so he'll have physical and he'll have fire. And then I'll be pushing to get that Titan health in the end. Alright, well, and then a whole nother day, got to work on all of my Titans and all of their appropriate relics. But now we've got Astaroth up at 30, we got Edalus up to 25, I've got Kamathi up to 10, Sagunga up to 30 now. Siegfried went from level 1 to level 31 now. And I got the Astron up to 31. So we've made some pretty good progress on the stream. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on it. Just as a reminder, if you've tuned in midway, late, or watching this later, I have now moved away from Fandral, my DOT only name, and now moved into my single gamer tag, all new channel, Gaming Jaeger, which you have not had to do anything in order to follow me on YouTube. I have been able to just merge accounts together, go ahead and pass the name off to the Gaming Jaeger profile, and you will also be seeing some new content coming from me, not only for DOT, so stay tuned for some exciting stuff there, more live streams, more talk of Titans, both this year and into the next, but also going to be bringing you some new gaming content, some new games I've been playing with. Again, once I kind of play with a game, decide I actually like it, there's a game that has caught my eye with both graphics and just some fun gameplay. So I'll be bringing you some new content for a new game, either just before the end of the year or even just after. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in to my 2-hour and 48-minute stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys were able to get some grinding either while watching it live or watching it after the fact. But once again, I am now Jaeger, the Gaming Jaeger, and I will catch you guys later. I'm Jaeger, and I'm out.